are beginning this match of the 17th Michigan on Schoolhouse Ridge. We will be defending this battle. We're combining with the 1st Cav, the 9th New York, and the 72nd Pennsylvania.
Raider, I think just boosted us.
Everybody's forming up, getting their reloads in.
Do the reloads.
This match is to be a line battle. We're taking on the 6LA. This is their 3rd year anniversary right now.
He's the leader.
Looks like nobody grabbed a flag. Somebody's gonna have to grab one when they respawn.
We picked the right unit, right? New York.
Yeah, 39. Yeah, with the goofy hats.
We got the goofy hats. Good.
No, actually.
There's a little bit of confusion about which
Too
red
late,
to
we're already
pick.
in.
Too late. Fucking.
It'll be fine.
By the way,
There was also a little bit of server instability in this game, so we had some of our members getting kicked out of the game. In this case, Colonel Lynn was to be the commander, so this added to the confusion at the beginning of the match.
My bed's gonna be in the right. Oh, up and over?
17th Michigan, get to the right side. 17th Michigan, get to the right side. Get to the right side.
left. You guys are
Shit, really?
On deck right now. On deck right
What
behind
the
us.
hell are these guys?
At
We're
this
getting
point, we're
murdered
already
already.
being fired on. Looks like
Get up here. Get up here.
Raiders trying to get us
File in on
formed
my
up.
left. Look for the sergeant major.
I
On
just
my
got
left.
forming a line right now.
Look for the sergeant major icon.
Forming up
Hurry
on
On the
left.
road, 17.
17, file in over here on Raiders left. Now my left. That is the right.
They formed up on the right instead.
Quickly, goddammit.
Are them those people?
You're in line.
Take aim.
West, northwest.
Take aim, west, northwest.
The thing Lieutenant Colonel Raider is absolutely best at is getting led downrange. Getting, starting to hit the,
No, you got
hitting
round
the
balls, so
enemy
you need
position.
to aim up a little bit.
Absolutely one of the best at taking the offensive initiative.
That battle flag's moving down to the left a little.
Take aim.
I'm putting a few volleys into the enemy position at this point.
Unfix your bayonet. We're not doing any melee.
As you can hear, this is supposed to be a line battle. As you guys will come to see in a little bit here that it didn't quite exactly work out that way.
Take aim.
Take aim.
Take aim.
Fire! Fire!
40 seconds to the left.
Looking around here at this point to try and determine where the rest of the 9th Corps units are. 9th New York,
Sound up, boys.
72nd.
That's right. Sound up, boys.
As you can tell, there's a lot of gunfire. So the Union is absolutely putting a lead down range, trying to weaken
fire.
the Confederate position.
boys.
Left face, gentlemen. Left face.
Left face.
Left face. Guide on
Follow
Raider,
me.
double quick.
Alright, we have.
Guide on Raider, double quick. Let's move.
Moving positions at this point. The Confederates are moving down to our left, so we are moving to reinforce. At this point, we're ordered to fall into Raiders' right.
Fall
And
into
they get it
Raiders
this
right,
time.
gentlemen.
I myself moved down to the far right.
Take aim.
Take aim west.
West.
Take aim west.
17th Michigan has some of the best guns in the entire Union Army, I'm telling you.
Fire!
recruitment officer for the 17th, so sometimes I'm getting messages and stuff from folks while in the middle of the game.
Take aim!
Trying to balance both. Just want to get back to people as quickly as possible whenever I can.
Oh, I see that.
Fire to the right, that bottom in the old. Right oblique, take aim.
Right oblique.
At this point, I'm having some difficulty determining exactly where the Confederate position is, so I'm just trying to
Server is full. Waiting on them.
aim in the general direction the rest of the 17th is.
Which groups we were supposed to be with again? Because right now we're on our own.
42nd, first cab. 42nd, first cab. 5
Take aim!
Alright.
Fire!
A little bit of a lull right now.
We're supposed to be with them.
Raiders orders. I know what Lynn's saying in the
Have to
Discord.
reload right face.
Right face. 17th, right face.
Right face.
Right
On
face.
me, guide on me.
Guide on Raider. Let's move.
Double quick.
We're at the double quick, gentlemen.
At this point, we're moving back down to, again, reinforce the right flank. This map is pretty cool. I like the
Raider, you
layout.
just passed the group.
42nd, right?
Fields and the double stacks.
We're with the 42nd, right?
Yeah, we just passed him.
That was
It's a
just
fairly simple
fast.
line to defend.
On the right flank.
The most important thing is, I think, this map,
Alright, I guess we're turning around. Go back
from
to
my
the-
experience, and I
Alright,
couldn't
counter
think
march.
of what to
Verlander's in
defend,
charge.
Yep.
the line where the tree is directly southwest of where I'm facing right now. Define that
Yep, we're right there right
that
now. We're
line
meeting up with them.
and make sure
They're
the
on our
Rebs don't get
flank,
a position
on
on
the
that
left.
tree, because if they get
Yep.
position on that tree,
Yeah, spawn.
we're in
Spawn in
trouble.
is the other regiment.
At this point, I spawn in
What?
third person so I can kind of get a bird's eye view of what's going on. This is just for entertainment purposes. I don't make a point of not trying to, well, I don't reveal Confederate positions to the Union or anything
So what,
like
are we
that.
switching to the
This is strictly
126?
just so we can get a better
Yeah,
view of the
better
battlefield.
Yeah, our entire command
Gotcha.
structure. Yeah, our entire command structure fell off. I don't even think the details in.
Yeah, and the entire Union command basically had gotten kicked out of the game at this point.
Command structure's completely gone.
The 42nd is trying to regroup here. It looks like they're got some first cav rendezvousing with them, and they're moving into the field. I think they're gonna form up a line here in a moment. I'm gonna go check on the spawn because I know a lot of the Union forces got killed. So I'm going up here to see who's running back down and to check on the 17th. Looks like we got a few members of the 17th here at spawn. Captain
Yeah, we're
Verlander, Sergeant
outnumbered.
Torn.
Outnumbered on the left.
At this point, we've only got 7 members
Outnumbered
of
on
the
the
game.
left.
None of the leadership is in the game. It's all, everybody's got kicked out due to server instabilities.
Will do.
No one's
So,
even taking officer slot.
You know,
for
it's the nature of an alpha
26.
game. Sometimes
Behind
there's struggles with stability or whatever, but by and large, I think War Brights runs pretty well. These are just the problems I think that are to be expected when you're playing a game that's an alpha. Quartermaster Cooper spawned in. Quartermaster Cooper is, I think, at this point, the most experienced member of the 17th that's in the game.
17th, when you respawn, find the 42nd supplement barrel.
Me and Torn are gonna test something real quick.
This is a line battle, gentlemen, not a. You're supposed to not be able to take cover.
It looks to me like Captain Brolander is thinking he wants to probe the Confederate position on the left.
Fences are just being used for the most part. That's
There's a capture point.
It's not active.
Checking out the unit. See, and this is exactly the problem. The Confederates have amassed a massive line here. Not a massive line, but a significant line.
It's because we weren't standing on it.
They've got a strong position there.
The way it's
It looks like there's another Confederate position there in the woods. And
Things
the
means we
Union's
can't
formed
go
up a line
It's
here
still
in
working.
the field. 42nd PA. Looks like they're trying to hit that Confederate position on the tree. Looks like more people are coming to join them. Got a couple of 17th. Captain Brolander, Sergeant Torn, excuse me.
Wheezy. They're booting everyone that doesn't have flags on Steam.
Whatever, fuck them then.
I think the smoke buildup here is incredible. Really, I think it does a good job of simulating a lot of war. And this is just one group of 15 or 20 guys standing in a line and shooting independently. You know, the smoke just continues to build and build and build. And one thing you gotta say about Confederates is that the graphics are
Alright, I think Crumb's in charge now. That's good. Somebody is with the 42nd.
Oh, the beauty of the smoke blowing off the rifles.
Are you still?
It's amazing to me, the smoke is just getting thicker and thicker. I stayed in this video just to see how thick it could get, how long I could keep this up.
I know, it's kind of ridiculous, ain't it?
Or just like talking smack to each other.
You know, I think it makes it a little hard to kill Rab when you're busy complaining.
Oh, and the Union forces moving up, pushing forward.
Who's arguing?
I think guys in the 42nd just complaining to each other.
Oh, looks like a Union killed another Union.
Why are they putting bayonets on?
It's always good. It looks to me like the rebels have pushed our flag up on the right, or on the double stack,
We pretty much switched
directly to the right of this
126.
Union line. Oh, they're rushing, they're rushing. Here comes the Confederate charge.
I guess they're going to melee now.
Oh, the Confederate charge just decimated this Union line. And they're singing the battle cry of freedom while they do it.
My man.
Good times.
Oh, I crashed too.
Man, hold the right flank. Charge.
Ready?
Take
You guys
aim.
got the left. Just go right.
Fire.
Man,
Solid volley.
that's correct order.
Give
From
them
me.
lead and give them no
They got
ground.
a problem, they can talk to me. You're assuming command of anybody
So
else.
Lieutenant Colonel Raider at this point is
See those
trying
trees
to
just over west?
reform the 17th and reestablish command and control because we have been dispersed at this point. Having some serious difficulties.
Now we got everybody,
But
boys.
everybody at this point has regathered, and
Keep going.
They're gonna flank left again.
Keep the flag here, 7.
we're
Yes, sir.
looking to put some hurt on the Rebs.
Anyone got eyes on any?
Is that over veto?
I don't care who's there. You gotta hold the right flank.
You gotta hold the left.
We can't.
I heard you go right. I heard right.
We cannot. You hold the right flank. Arby's, hold the right flank.
Well, veto's over on the right in first cav. They're holding
Yeah,
the
yeah,
right.
yeah. They shifted. There is no left
Nobody,
flank.
nobody was there.
Yeah, okay, then
Nobody
yeah,
was
there's no
there.
left. Yeah, okay, then we're all good. Cav's
Where I
got
lined
right.
you up, where I lined you up on that fence is where you
40 seconds.
not let them flank on the right.
All right. Yeah, we're good over here on the right.
No, it's basically because we became the left flank is what happened.
42nd
Okay.
PA is moving left.
Go with
You have to watch your
Are we staying on the right or are we moving to the left? 'Cause 40 seconds moving.
Where I put you, you're holding that position.
At this point,
You're
Lieutenant Colonel Raider
holding
is
that position.
putting his feet down. We're holding
Guys
this
are
position
cluster-fucking everything.
because, yeah, the leadership is something of a mess at this point.
I think Pop's out there left though. You can see him from here.
Hey, there's smoke coming from the trees northwest. They firing?
I'm aiming around,
Northwest.
looking
Adjust
for
your line.
rebel position.
Just do your thing. You have that position. If you have to move left or right, do so. But hold that position.
Yes, sir.
Keeping an eye on our line, making sure everybody's in place. Getting into my position. And at this point, the Rebs move into the road. Down to our left. 17 starts to react.
17.
Get a
Company on
form up a line here in the road.
Hey, what's going on? Their armies over on the left now, so.
Well, we're down to the left.
17th, form up here on the left.
Shots, independent fire. Road.
Keep your fire right though. You got friendly
Hold that flag, dude.
left.
At this point, the Union is losing badly, and we're just trying to regroup.
You guys still got reps on your left flank.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're taking pot shots at them.
Are you guys the extreme left or right?
No, we're still holding on the right.
Yeah. We're in the exact place where you put us, sir.
You still engaged with you guys down in the field?
No, there's no one
in the
there.
field. We
There.
killed them.
We're taking pot shots on the left.
Accordingly. Best position you can in some volleys. And then you're gonna have to charge your position. When everybody else goes.
Those rebels in the field?
So there are sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
confusion, communications,
Yep,
but, you know, we
agreed.
always
Back
manage
on the
to
first side.
They're
regroup,
moving.
get things
Boys.
recentered, and
Northwest.
Yeah, those guys.
See those rocks?
get back in control.
Company at the ready.
Win, lose, or draw,
Ready at the
we
rock.
maintain our farm.
Take aim. Fire.
Hold your fire. Sorry, boys.
Sorry about that, Cooper. My trigger finger slipped.
Oh yeah, at this point I fired a little bit early on that last volley.
Company at the ready.
At the ready!
Northwest.
No way I'm getting back.
Fire!
So at some point, right around here, the sound cuts out. I think it's about to happen. I don't know
From
why.
the very beginning, I haven't seen the fucking battle.
I've only seen
Make ready.
Here, Lynn, get ready to join. I just got in. I'm just gonna disconnect, and then if you do it right away, you should be able to get in.
Fire! Fire!
All right.
I'm surprised they didn't try out the password on this.
If I die, I'll do the same thing.
Fuck.
just keep refresh, let it keep retrying. It says retry, just keep
Make ready.
Shit, mine doesn't even say retry. It says service
17,
full.
take aim!
keep refreshing.
Fire!
You can't stay in unless you crash.
Oh yeah, this is where the sound cuts out. So from this point forward, there's unfortunately no game sound, which really does take a lot of the environment out of the game. And also, I mean, can't hear the 17th on Discord. Or the audio track was still there when I produced the video, but for whatever reason, there's no sound. Maybe it got corrupted or whatever. But the end result is that the last 10 minutes of this video have zero of the original sound. But it was a good fight, man. So at this point we're hitting the rebel position in the forest. I think though that this is a distraction. And I think the rebels are gonna eventually hit us on the left. Overrun us. This is a hard position to rush. So their position that they have on the left is, I think, a much easier position to hit us from. I'm holding my fire and keeping an eye out for like a good target at this point. And they're all grouped up on one side or the other of that tree, so we're giving orders to independent fire. And at this point the left side collapses. The 17th attempts to react to reinforce the left, I think, here in a moment. Yeah, right here. So, the Rebs rush our left through the field. The 17th attempts to hold them off. I think I managed to take out one or two, but, you know, it was pretty overwhelming. Oh yeah, I get the sergeant. And then, oh, I wasn't prepared for melee. Again, this was supposed to be a line battle, so we were not prepared for the charge. We should have been, because this was the second charge that the Rebs had done at this point in the game. But we were still operating under the notion that this was going to be a line battle only. At this point, I just choose to respawn at deployment. There were a lot of people on the flag, so I can get back into the game a little bit quicker. I respawn at deployment. Looks like we got at least a couple of us from the 17th here. and they're forming up on the ridge there, reloading. I'm getting my reload in. There's Captain Brolander, First Lieutenant Connor. Lieutenant Colonel Rader's taking an officer position at this point. I fear it may be too little, too late now. Well, at this point, we're fair. They're ahead, obviously. They're taking losses. We're breaking. But, you know, the 17th is reversed enough games like this where, you know, we bring it back from being behind and pull out the victory that, you know, there's a chance at this point we could turn it around. But the problem is, the rebels have now captured the point. So we have that additional problem. We're moving over here to the left to form up a line. Oh, I'm sorry, actually, I don't think Lieutenant Colonel Rader had really any idea at this point how strong the rebels' position is at the fence, and it intended to lead us down there to try and push them off the fence, but we didn't have nearly enough forces in it that we reverse course here in just a moment. I think somebody goes down here. Oh yeah, Brolander gets killed, and Lieutenant Colonel Rader orders countermarch back up the hill. We're going to take position on these rocks up here to the southeast. Sprinting up the hill, trying to get into position. There's only a few of us here at this point, so there's really not much, but, you know, most of the 17th is here. Unfixing my bayonet, and at this point we're going to start hitting them. We've got the high ground, we've got some cover. This is a good position to hit them from on the left, I think. At this point, other Union are going to start hitting, gathering up with us to hit them here. Alright, so we're hitting these things. Trying to regroup and bring it down, but as you can see, the rebels are capturing the point this whole time. They're also hitting us back, as you can see, because I'm getting suppressed. Some good shooting on their part, because it's not an easy shot. We're like right behind rocks. We're on an elevated position. Those are not easy shots to make. And we're far away. We definitely have the advantage as far as shooting goes. this point we would have been better off focusing our fire on the point. But the rebel position on the left under that tree is so strong that I think the leadership felt it necessary to really hit that position if we were going to have any chance of doing anything. And I also believe at this point we're trying to make it a take-it match. It's really our only hope. Here comes more Union forces, reinforces over here. I mean, I can't say enough about how awesome I think the Union is right here. I mean, this is what they're gathering up for. I mean, I think the Union really did an awesome job of like recovering and regrouping in this game. It was a little too late to really make any kind of difference, but you know, there it goes. But they really did an awesome job, given all the troubles with the leadership moving out at the beginning, to regroup, reform, and try and hit the Rebs at the end.